Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are doing midweek magic. I will finish the Brokers Festival. I'll probably have the video up by tomorrow. Though that probably means I'll have to do the recording much later, or at least have the planning done because I do have a meeting tomorrow. Anyhow, so the midweek magic this time is on the edge, so only the latest most recent three sets: Innistrad Crimson Vow, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, Streets of New Capenna. So these are the only ones that are legal, and we're gonna go with enchantments for this one. Now I kind of expect almost everyone to do artifacts because Onicold Anvil, Voldaren Epicure, that sequence is still quite relatively strong. But I believe we could go over the top on those guys. Maybe this is a more of a test anyway. So what are their key cards here? Hallowed Hunting, Rabble Rousing. Basically, these help us generate a lot of tokens. If we can generate enough, we can even go over the top with Flying and Vigilance. I see. Wedding Announcement gives us more tokens as well. Also gives us an addition boost as needed. We have the usual package of Generous Visitor, Jukai Naturalist, but we don't have any runes this time. But we do have other enchantments. Spirited. Okay, so first Kami Transience. Always solid, but it's about Circle of Confinement, Spirited Companion, Touch the Spirit Realm. We also have a few copies of Catilda. She benefits from spirits or enchantments, but basically even just getting the lifelink is quite significant. Getting her to die and being able to disturb is also quite significant as well. Over the time, I felt like I needed more removal, so 2 copies of Broker's Charm, 2 copies of Wandering Emperor. I guess there's an argument for cutting out going full playset for Wandering Emperor, but there are other enchantment decks out there. We kind of need removal from time to time that's not just enchantment based, and sometimes we do need to draw cards. So that's also why we have Botanical Plaza as well. Broker's Hideout to get the island if we need to, otherwise not so much. Also, Sparrow's headquarters are there. That's pretty much the deck. But let's see. Let's see how this performs. I only got 2 test games out of it. The second one was actually quite close. I just needed Catilda to stay alive for the most part. Okay, so opponent gets to go first. Not so great, but we can buy plenty of time between the circles and we can buy plenty of time between the circles and the Spirited Companion. Let's see what our opponent has. Kami of Transience. So that's a very obvious circle target. And the nice thing about this is an opposing circle will not be able to take this. It will have to be a Touch the Spirit Realm. Opponent going for Shigeki. Now, there is some defense against these. Tamio Safekeeping is a good temporary defense. Looks like our opponent is kind of stuck though, so we're gonna go Hallowed Haunting right away. Opponent might have... Okay, opponent goes Wandering Emperor. Not... So, yeah, I figured as much. Running Wandering Emperor is kind of correct here. We can just run Spirited Companion, start generating spirits here. Reckoner Bankbuster, that's a way to draw cards. And there's Michiko's Reign of Truth, but I felt like it is so win-more that I did not really bother. If we can hit one more land, I will just go Spirited Companion into Touch the Spirit Realm, generate my tokens that way. We kinda did. So, Jukai Naturalist makes a spirit. And I can do Touch the Spirit Realm to nuke that one. But I can also go Spirit... We're just knocking in wood, see if we can draw a card. Draw a land. Not the right land, but I'll take it. And with that, we open up the board a bit. Opponent can still go here. I can just block with Spirited Companion. The worst it does is it weakens Catilda. Opponent probably should have removal of their own.
Remember your training.
Like, we're gonna go -1 enchantment here. Opponent's just gonna draw cards. That's kind of fine. Jukai, they have their own Jukai Naturalist, so they just drew into that. Maybe, okay, we did draw our sequence now. So, Rabble Rousing. Probably just get the Broker's Charm. Then we can probably go touch the Spirit Realm. I'm probably content with leaving the Jukai Naturalist alone because our opponent's not gonna have that many cards. We can only exile target artifact or creature, so yeah, we'll just take out the token. We're gonna send both on the Wandering Emperor, generate 2 citizens, so opponent might be able to get a run off, but we got 5 enchantments down. Well, 6 if we count the Naturalist. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I can attack with a lot, then get our Broker's Charm off the Rabble Rousing. Opponent plays Generous Visitor. We into another Naturalist, sure. I think that's it. So gonna just have to 10-10. $11-11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be enough. And then we're gonna let's see. Nope, opponent just concedes there. I was gonna I probably would just do the +1 or the destroy target enchantment, but yeah, that was enough. Rabble Rousing actually a very good way to, at the very least, it generates a lot of blockers. It buys us a lot of time that way to get the rest of our get the rest of our stuff online. Is it perfect? Not quite. We can't block flyers, but well, not until we get a solid Hallowed Haunting. Man, did I not have this card style for this? Well, I do now. Anyway, let's do a few more games with this one. Let's see if it really pans out that much. Admittedly, the deck can get away without running blue. And yes, I am kind of going for the long-term game plan. That's why I know Michiko's Reign of Truth and whatnot. Okay. Definitely want to do Sparas. Yeah, definitely want to do Sparas Headquarters turn 1. We'll do Naturalist turn. This might be okay, this is relatively mono-white angels. No Vanishing Verse here, so. And also, a lot of the Zendikar and Kaldheim angels are not around, so. Touch the Spirit Realm. That's one way to get. Yep. That puts a dent on things. So Catilda's gonna be kind of sad. I might just play the Wedding Announcement right now. It does make Generous Visitor worse, but I was kind of hoping the Naturalist would stay. Looks like that didn't happen. I'm trying to. Oh, there are a few decent angels at the 5/6 mana range that could be a big problem. Well, Inspiring Overseer. Yeah, this might just be simple mono-white angels without us. If we're not hitting our removal, we are in real trouble. So I might just go Generous Visitor Catilda. We did hit a Rabble Rousing. Change of plans. Actually, it's tough. At least this flies, so we can chump block here. And the important part here is being able to chump block enough so that we can disturb if, although it kind of requires us to hit an, there is a sequence where if we don't hit it, we can just play our reserve Catilda and then, let's see, do they have another Touch the Spirit Realm? Well, I'll be fair. If it's Hold for Ransom. Didn't think that through. Could wait a little bit, but we do need to stem the bleeding. Opponent. Yep, another Giada. Okay, just to upgrade Giada. Okay, we did hit a Wandering Emperor. We already have Spara's headquarters. So this is gonna have Vigilance all the time, but this will not. Yes, actually, this is not too bad. Yeah, we'll play this one. We'll keep this one. And if our opponent doesn't have any more removal, we're Elspeth. Okay, not removal, but very annoying. Though we do have a sequence where we can go Catilda into Catilda. Opponent's trying to dig for permanent, so there you go, Touch the Spirit Realm. Of course they have it. So gonna take a bit of a beating. Opponent can just hold back Giada. Yeah, we're gonna probably lose this one off the back of these two. We're gonna Spirited Companion, not quite gonna do it. See if our opponent is willing to trade their Giada. Probably not. Their last card might be another Touch the Spirit Realm, which would be really bad, but Elspeth Resplendent again. Yeah, they're probably gonna dig again. Okay, they're just going into dig mode. What are the odds that they hit another? Well, actually, no. They can hit Circle of Confinement, so not as bad. So they actually have more choices. Hold for Ransom. So we hit the Jukai Naturalist, but we're gonna die on the air. This is bait. Though our opponent can easily just start stacking positive counters. Yeah, the Elspeth into Enchantments is actually a good sequence here. Rafine's Informant. Maybe you did not want to play the land first. Well, it didn't matter in this case.
Show him what you've got.
So that said, yeah, they're gonna go for one. Okay, that actually bought us a bit of time, though we do still need to hit the removal. Oh, there you go. think that's 3. Not sure. Make it look like I just drew it, but in reality, I already drew it earlier. Spread the love a little bit. Take out the Giada. And Broker's Hideout. Let's get another white source. Definitely smacking Elspeth. Opponent can block, but that means their +1 here is not relevant. They might just -3 to clear the another Giada. Do they go for the -3? Yep, they're clearing. Yep, they're clearing it. They might be looking for another enchantment-based removal. We are 1 mana away from unlocking our Generous Visitor, Inspiring Overseer. Okay, sure. We are still in danger of dying up on top, but at least the Jukai Naturalist is beefy enough. Probably want the Hollowed Haunting. And now the game truly begins. Yep, definitely smacking both. And it's a good thing and we still gain some life. Let's see what our opponent... And opponent concedes there. Looks like the rabble rousing kind of... Actually, no, the Circle of Confinement is the one that really saved us there. Yeah, there's an argument for having more removal. Mono White normally thrives on this, but we don't have Brutal Cathar, that was Midnight Hunt. We don't have Skyclave Apparition, that's Zendikar Rising. Also no Paulo Vito Damo de Rosa, that's also Zendikar Rising as well. Well, we don't have those powerhouses, but so we have to learn how to make do with what we have, and thankfully we were able to make do for the most part. I was actually expecting to run into more artifact decks and more vampire decks. I'm running into more enchantment decks. What gives? Anyway, this is... Opponent goes first. We don't do anything for 2 turns unless we hit top deck a land. I'll keep this. But the odds are really against us here. Doesn't help that we drew into a rabble rousing, but... Next turn, if we're really desperate, we go Spirited Companion. Okay, we're really desperate. Also gonna go for as much white as possible. Opponent actually running... This looks like a 5... So far it's 4 colors. Oh, there's an artifact. Okay, hit the Botanical Plaza, so... Actually, since we hit our land drop already, we're just gonna play Kami of Transience. Let's see how our opponent responds to this. They will need to do something like Void Ren if they... we'll cast this now. Opponent might have the Void Ren, but you know what? That's fine. We actually just need to draw into a land. Perfect. We'll swing first. Also, we have to remember that it's when an enchantment is put into the graveyard, so... Yeah, Spirited Companion dies quite easily. Opponent thinking of Void... March? Okay, so not coming back. But that's fine. We have another one. We're not running the full playset of Kami because, one, I don't actually have the full playset, but also because... we're not exactly chaining runes. That's it, our opponent might be playing straight control between the marches, which is actually a very good plan. Actually concerned of running into a counter spell here. There is no Jawari Disruption, but they might have an actual hard counter. So we're actually gonna try to bait one out first with one wedding announcement. Opponent might actually let this go. Actually, I'm gonna swing with both also. That gives us a card draw trigger. Yeah, we lose the other Kami of Transience. As I said, it's bait. Yep. Because we do need to hit our lands. Now the question is, okay, opponent finally tapping on their turn, drawing cards. They probably need to hit. They're trying to hit land drops. There's one, so that this 3 mana drop is an issue. Howled Haunting is our best bet, but I could just drop a. I could just drop a Rabble Rousing also.
I've got new moves to teach you.
Yeah, we can drop a Rabble Rousing now. Let's see if this eats a counter spell. Does not eat a counter spell, so we'll take up our other Howled Haunting. They might have a flash creature. Fairy Vandal would be a very good. Okay, they did not in this case.
Watch out.
They probably have. They might have a board wipe effect, though they might need to cast it this way. Huh?
Put on the white list now.
Ah, okay.
But you get away your phone.
Ah, okay. Okay, so opponent. Opponent hit their farewell. So a bit sad for us. We could do another Rabble Rousing, but I think I want to just do another Wedding Announcement, start generating creatures. Circle of Confinement does nothing here, so we're gonna pass. Well, I think it's gonna do nothing in this entire matchup. Unless our opponent does that. Okay, now that's gonna do something. Bankbuster. Okay, they're gonna try to refill their hand. So we have 6 mana. We'll go Hallowed Haunting first, see if our opponent lets this go. I'm pretty sure this... Oh, it did not. They might have another Farewell, which would be a big bummer. But we're now on the secondary plan of taking up the one Void Rend on the circle. Okay, so it does not exile it, but it eats a Void Rend, which is what I couldn't ask for more there. There we go. Opponent probably has trying to draw into another Farewell. There is no Meat Hook Massacre. That's Midnight Hunt. I'm probably gonna just take the hit here. We have another circle. If I hit another, I might also just hold for Wandering Emperor. I'm also trying to remember what is... Because Void Rend is gonna be the most expected removal spell. Thinking what else? Farewell again. Okay. Opponent's just going for control. Really annoying, but can't be helped. I'm actually gonna just save it for Emperor, because you ideally want to... But yeah, the Bankbuster is gonna draw a lot of cards for our opponent, so we're actually probably gonna lose this one. Yeah, opponent's just doing the +1 thing.
Show them how we breed our enemies.
Another Bankbuster. Yeah, we might. Yeah, we're probably on. We don't exactly have. Board wipes are not exactly part of our plan here. Let's see. Do they have a counter spell?
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
No, we have 7 mana. Oh. Uno, watch out, Oh. Okay. So we're gonna do no more now. So we're just gonna nuke this pilot. No. Oh. Okay, so opponent cruise the Bankbuster to... Huh? Okay. So I could cycle this, but not ideal. I could just play Rabble Rousing, but there's a very good chance our opponents hit their third farewell. Well, they could also counter it, in which case, yeah, they don't have a farewell anymore. We gonna try Catilda, but gonna go for the -1. Not ideal. And we'll pass. And we'll pass. We're probably gonna cycle soon. I'm also curious why our opponent went for the one with the tokens and not... Oh wait, because this is tapped. That's why. That makes sense. Opponent can now... Well, they're gonna need more tokens. Because the pilot could crew it, but by herself. Yeah, farewell. Yeah. So that kind of... Is that the third farewell? That's the third farewell. Yeah, quite miserable. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, probably cycle the land. We're actually gonna exile the token if possible. But yeah, I think this is a losing bet. We somehow drew... Hold on. 41, 45, 46, 47, 40, 48. 3 in the graveyard. 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 60. Just put one on top. I'm not ready to commit to a creature quite yet.
Remember your training.
But we're gonna lose to a lot of card advantage at this point. Yeah, the reason I didn't go for Wandering Emperor is because if our opponent happens to hit their 4th farewell, and it's even not that, our opponent could easily... They only spent 1 Void Rend. I'm pretty sure that's a playset. They're gonna start dumping for cards. There's a Naturalist. Oh, we can cast Naturalist. Probably make a token. And we can draw a card end of turn. Opponent's gonna... Well, they're doing the temporary version of this. But yeah, this looks like a sweet control deck, if I may say so myself. Opponent's gonna have a full grip. Yeah, might as well sack that. Mnemonic Sphere is the budget version of Touch the Spirit Realm. Oh, no, sorry, no. Behold the Multiverse. That's the card. But yeah, how do we get out of this? We lost quite a lot of cards. Yeah, between the March and the Farewells and the Void Rend. Opponent finally has their own pilot, so now they have a bunch of 4/4s as well. So depending on how our opponent attacks, we might just snipe. Let's see what we draw off the top here. Generous Kami. Not that relevant. I guess we take the hit for now. Because we can't effectively defend the Wandering Emperor next turn anyway. Opponent does have another Void Rend. They might also have spot removal for this. March at 0 is perfect out for this. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Let's draw one more, but there's a very good chance we're gonna concede. These are very good early game cards, but they're horrible late game. Yeah, opponent managed to maintain control. So we're not from the meager sample size I've taken. We're probably not gonna run into control that much. it just takes so long to play games out for a midweek Magic event. That said, when you do run into them, you have to be pedal on the metal or you run into trouble. And our version of enchantments is on the slow end. That probably explains why some versions do run Michiko's Reign of Truth. That one just pushes the deck up really fast if you can get the fast start. When it goes first, we do hit all our lands. We have a circle on standby. Most likely, since we don't have a tree drop quite yet, I can just play Botanical Plaza first. Circle if I need to. Nope. Change of plans. We hit the Jukai Natural. Although, if our opponent... Okay. Nope. Change of plans in the original way. They went first, so they dropped their Jukai first. We can't let it stay. I could wait for them to stack a lot of stuff on top of it, but we would have taken quite a bit of damage in the interim. Also, yeah, Naturalist. Unfortunately, no generic mana in their cost, so we're probably gonna just have to do a hideout for green mana, drop one Naturalist. Maybe our opponent answers it. Maybe our opponent answers the Circle of Confinement, I guess. They will need specifically touch the Spirit Realm. Outland Liberator, by the way, is in Midnight Hunt also, so that's another consideration. We probably want the double. Oh, we have double white already. I did not need triple white. No, I take it back. Actually, no. We could have gotten away without the triple white. We could just play. If our opponent were to nuke this Naturalist, we can play the second Naturalist into Confinement. Ideally, I want to play Rabble. That's fine. That was expected, actually. And although the Confinement now has no good target, I'm probably gonna just play the Hallowed Haunting first. They used up one touch of Spirit Realm. I'm gonna force them to have another one. It's possible that they do have a full grip though, so I'm actually surprised. I did not expect to see so much of the mirror match. So let's see. Yeah, Confinement doesn't really do anything. I'm just gonna play the Naturalist first. It probably gets eaten, but you know what? It is what it is. I could also play Catilda, but our opponent's deck is most likely to take it out with how do you say this? It's most likely to take our creatures out by. Okay, now they're going off. Generous Visitor. Touch the Spirit Realm. They probably should target. I would say they should target the Hallowed Haunting. Jukai Naturalist feels. Well, it slows us down, yes. It doesn't slow this down though. Oh, there's our Touch the Spirit Realm. And this is whenever you cast a spell, so cast this. Oh wait, we have a sequence. Cast this. Ooh. This, I forgot, this does not hit all non-land permanents. So well, we'll just take the Generous Visitor. Probably should have just kept it cheap, I guess, but yeah, I should actually look for one that hits all non-lands. Never mind, opponent conceded. Looks like we have the Spirit tokens and they did not have the action. Yeah, I might say the Hallowed Haunting, even if it's just 2 copies, just to get something going. The Rabble Rousing, I guess we could also cut down to 2 copies. You probably don't want the full playset of 3. You might want probably another Broker's Charm instead. That's a decent option there. We'll do one more match. See how things turn out. But yeah, looks like It's the Battle of the Enchantments. Okay, so we have a we're probably not playing the Broker's Charm unless we hit a forest or an island for that matter. But we can go Naturalist Catilda. I'm also realizing that a lot of the natural counters to this deck are just not here. Talia's not around. Well, Hopeful Initiate is a good one. Okay, we do have a Broker's Charm sequence. Also, thank goodness. Okay, opponent goes Storm Chaser Drake. So it's missing all the good stuff from Kaldheim, but this is still potent. So definitely taking the hit. And now we have a choice here. Ideally, I do draw an enchantment so I can go. Hmm. I'm trying to think if there's a way for. Oh, there's Boon of Safety. Ah, that's nice. So this is an interesting version. I'm still gonna swing with this one. This has double strike, but we will gain our 3 life no in anyway, and at the very least we take out the virtuoso from the scenario. We can now just probably play Visitor Catilda, which is kind of sad. Yeah. Yeah, these are just gonna keep growing bigger. And this is a natural. Well, well, at least Boon of Safety. Well, I will note that our opponent does have an opportunity to take this out. They can remove the counters in response. Cradle of Safe. Eh. I guess that is a way to protect everything. Into another virtuoso. Yeah, probably dying up on the air. Okay, since we're probably dying on the air, there's also a chance that we die because the Hopeful Initiate can just remove this. No, that said, I am willing to just snipe the Storm Chaser Drake. If it shrinks this one, oh no, they actually let it go. It's weird. Now our opponent can cast this on, can start buffing the Virtuoso up. Boon of Safety, sure. Discards, shield counter, the usual stuff. We might end up just throwing Catilda in front here. Yeah, Rafine's Guidance. They want to grow it, otherwise I can just block a Generous Visitor. Ooh, it's a 4. So, not gonna gain life if I... Fading Hope is in Midnight Hunt. Down to 1. Ooh, this is scary. If our opponent can connive one more time, we're dead anyway. Yeah, boon of safety. Do they hit it? Oh, they missed. Do they have a removal? So we're down to 1. Hallowed Haunting. Actually, casting this does grow it a bit, so yeah, it will grow it. So this way, our opponent oh, they need to hit removal. Yep. That ends that sequence. Yeah, Valor's stance is quite good there. So I guess we Spirited Companion first. Yeah, we're gonna cycle. Okay, we hit another circle, which is actually quite important here. Opponent is kind of out of gas, all things considered. We are forced to block. Jenna. Hold on, this is number of spirits you control. This is a dog. Now they might have... Okay, Ledger Shredder is fine. Actually gonna put the counter here. Yep, you can... And the shield count... Man, there we go. We actually managed to survive that. That was very close, but we did have ways to draw out of it. The Broker's Charm did not quite go as planned. I originally had the Colossal Sky Turtle, so that would have given me a very large top end. Though most of the time we never really reached that point. So it's an interesting interesting decision point here. You could choose to have the Broker's Charm. You could choose to have the Sky Turtle. Hard to say which would be the correct fit. Green white probably is still correct for the most part. You don't really need the blue, but I like to have the option. I also like to, having an excuse to run Broker's Hideout, gaining the extra life. Sometimes that made the difference. But there we go. That's the deck. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.